There is something that walks beside us at every moment. We may not always notice it, but it is always there. It is not a person or a spirit. It is not something outside of us. It is an awareness, a quiet presence that has been with us since the beginning. This presence is not limited by time. It does not grow old. It does not disappear when life becomes difficult. It is with us when we are happy, and it is with us when we suffer. But most of the time, we are too busy to notice it. Imagine walking down a familiar path. You see the trees, the buildings, the people passing by. You are thinking about what happened yesterday, or what you need to do tomorrow. Your mind is full of thoughts, but then for a moment, you stop. You hear the wind in the trees. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. You notice the simple act of breathing. And in that moment, you sense something still and steady beneath all the movement of life. That is the presence I'm speaking about. We often look for meaning in big events, success, love, loss. But this presence is not found in a single event. It is not waiting in the future, and it is not lost in the past. It is here, right now, in the space between our thoughts, in the quiet pauses of our day. Some might call it awareness. Others might say it is the essence of life itself. But names do not matter. What matters is realizing that it is always here. You do not need to reach for it. You do not need to create it. You only need to notice it. And when you do, even for a moment, you may begin to feel that you are never truly alone. Life is always changing. Nothing stays the same. The seasons shift, our bodies grow older, and the people around us come and go. One moment we feel joy, and the next we face sorrow. No matter how much we try to hold on, everything eventually slips through our fingers. But in the middle of all this change, there is something that does not move. It is not something we can see or touch, but we can sense it. It is the same presence that has always been with us. Even when life feels uncertain, even when we do not know what will happen next, this presence remains. Think about the sky. On some days, it is clear and bright. On other days, it is covered in heavy clouds. Storms come and go, but the sky itself does not disappear. No matter what happens in front of it, the sky is always there. In the same way, this quiet presence within us does not change, even as the events of life continue to shift. We often fear change because we believe we will lose something important. But what if we saw change differently? What if, instead of fighting against it, we trusted that something steady was always walking with us? When we recognize that this presence is always here, we no longer feel lost in the waves of life. This does not mean we ignore our emotions or pretend that change is easy. It simply means that, even in times of uncertainty, we can take a step back and see that there is something greater than our worries. We can face each moment knowing that we are not separate from the flow of life. The world will keep changing. We will continue to grow, to lose, to discover. But when we learn to walk with the presence that has always been with us, we begin to see that we have nothing to fear. Once we begin to sense the presence that walks beside us, the question arises: how do we live in harmony with it? How do we carry this awareness into our daily lives? Many people believe that peace is something we must search for, something that can only be found in special places or through great effort. But the truth is, peace is already here. It is not hidden. It is only waiting for us to recognize it. Walking in harmony with the everlasting presence is not about changing who we are. It is about seeing more clearly. Imagine walking through a forest. If you are deep in thought, you may not notice the beauty around you. But if you slow down, if you become present, you begin to see the soft light through the trees, hear the gentle rustling of the leaves, feel the earth beneath your feet. The forest has not changed, you have. You have opened your awareness to what was already there. In the same way, this presence does not ask us to become someone else. It does not require us to escape from life. Instead, it invites us to walk with it, just as we are. It is there when we wake up in the morning, when we speak to others, when we face difficulty, when we enjoy simple moments of happiness. The more we recognize it, the less we are controlled by fear and doubt. Some days, we may feel lost. We may struggle. We may forget. We may fall into old habits of worry or distraction. But even in those moments, the presence does not leave us. It is still there, steady and unshaken, waiting for us to return. To walk in harmony with it is to trust that we are not separate from life itself. It is to take each step with the quiet understanding that we are always supported. When we live with this awareness, we begin to move through life with a sense of ease, not because we control everything, but because we no longer need to. To walk beside the everlasting presence is not to escape from life, but to see it more deeply. It is not about reaching a destination, but about realizing that we have never been lost. This presence has been with us from the beginning. It does not belong to any belief or tradition. It does not ask us to be different. It simply invites us to notice, to listen, to be open. And when we do, we may begin to feel that we are part of something far greater than our passing thoughts and emotions. There will still be challenges. There will still be moments of doubt. But the presence remains, steady as the sky behind the clouds. No matter how far we feel we have wandered, we have never truly left. Every breath, every step, is an opportunity to return. As we continue on our path, may we walk with a sense of quiet trust. May we remember that we are never alone. And may we see that, even in the smallest moments, there is something timeless walking beside us. I am truly grateful for those who take the time to listen, reflect, and share their thoughts. Your support, whether through your kind words, your presence, or the way you engage with this space, is deeply appreciated. For those who have liked this video, subscribed to the channel, or offered a super thanks, I sincerely thank you. Your generosity helps keep this journey alive, and I am honored to walk it together with you.